Not every toast is wishing you well. Some are simply waiting to collect the pieces after you fall. We grew up turning the same street corners, dreaming of escaping the same neighborhood. If one of us won, both glasses went up. You'd always say, that's my brother. Proud smile, hand on my shoulder. I never noticed the countdown hidden behind your applause. Because jealousy never arrives making noise. Everything changed the day people stopped asking about you and started asking about me. I never suspected the one who shouted my name the loudest. Hug stayed the same, but your heart was playing a different game. You raised a glass to every win of mine, while your eyes never left the bottle. The music shook the room, the VIP was packed. Every camera found our table. You lifted your drink but dropped your gaze. Some smiles had become far too heavy. You didn't want me to fail, you simply wished I'd never get further than you. That's when I realized some friendships can love you, just not when you're growing. Your biggest enemy rarely sits across from you. Sometimes they book the table beside you, call you brother, raise a glass with you, while quietly betting that tomorrow no one remembers your name. I never suspected the one who shouted my name the loudest. It wasn't the money, it wasn't the attention, it was hearing my name echo louder than yours. That's where our friendship ended, because jealousy doesn't always kick the door down. Sometimes it walks in wearing a smile. The bill arrived at the end, but the debt started long before. The music drowned every conversation. The lights made everything feel endless. It was the usual crowd, the same table, the same laughs, the same "this round's on me." None of us imagined that such an ordinary night would become our last memory together. It wasn't about the money, it was the pride neither of us was willing to leave behind. The bottle cost 500 pounds. The friendship cost far more. We paid the bill but lost something no other drink could ever buy back. voices rose faster than the music. One careless sentence, another answered even worse. Neither of us took a step back, the looks changed. The embraces disappeared, and the table that it always held our best memories ended up holding nothing but silence. Funny, isn't it? I can still remember the exact price of that bottle, but I can't remember the last time we called each other brothers. The bottle cost 500 pounds. Friendship costs far more. We settled the bill, but pride walked away with everything that mattered. Some nights never truly end because they keep playing back every time. The memories raise another glass. They say they know my story without reading a single page. On the estate, I'm the proud one at home, the one who never calls enough. Online, I'm the one showing off to others. I'm the one who changed. The moment I smiled less. Funny, isn't it? Everyone has their own version of me, yeah. None of them looks anything like the person who faces the mirror every morning. No one asked how I got here. They only asked what story they could tell. They know me through rumors, not through conversations. They judge my footsteps without ever walking beside me. They built a stranger out of silence, then swear that's who I am. The neighborhood remembers the child I was. The streets only recognize the man I seem to be my family. Misses a version of me that no longer exists. The internet turned seconds into lifelong verdicts, while everyone had an opinion. No one asked what I was trying to survive. It's exhausting having to defend a life someone else invented. Then one day I realized I wasn't born to correct a people's imagination. They know me through rumors. They know me through rumors, not through conversations. Some judge me after 1 minute, others after one photograph. Very few after one honest conversation. In the end, the only version of me that truly matters is the one that keeps fighting when nobody is watching. While everyone else was competing to to look important. Someone was simply too busy becoming important. He never posted watches, never flash cash, never photographed bottles on VIP tables. His profile looked abandoned, his diary certainly wasn't. Whenever people ask, where's he been? The answer was always the same: haven't seen him in ages. Of course not. He was building a life that could never fit inside a 15-second story. Some people need to be seen, others would rather arrive before anyone notices. He never posted photos, never chased applause, while everyone else showed what they bought. He let the results do the talk in silence. Signs contracts too. His nights weren't filtered, they were sleepless. Weekends weren't spent in clubs, they were invested. While others collected likes, he collected opportunities. When he finally returned, no one asked where he'd been, they only asked how he done it. People often mistake noise for progress, yet the tallest buildings begin beneath the ground, where nobody claps, where nobody watches. He never posted photos, never needed to convince anyone. His greatest post was the life he eventually couldn't hide anymore, because the hardest success for people to accept is the one that arrived without asking for attention. The dance floor was packed. The truth wasn't. The lights made it seem like everyone was family. Bottles traveled from hand to hand, glasses clinked as if they were celebrating something real. I've got your back, your family will always be here. Funny how easy those promises sound when the bass is louder than your conscience. Some hugs last less time than the next track. The DJ changed the song, they changed their faces. The chorus faded, the promises faded too. The night was dancing to one rhythm, while the truth moved to another. The VIP was still full, yet no one looked anyone in the eye anymore. Some searched for another table, others for another opportunity. Their smiles had expiry dates. The ice was still floating in the glass, but melting more slowly than those friendships. 6 in the morning always tells the truth when the lights come on. You realize some names only exist while alcohol. It wasn't the late hour, it was realizing some people only know how to love you with the volume turned up the moment the music stopped. So did the character they've been pretending to be.
Don't live on clocks, they live inside memories. And the motorway seemed endless. Traffic lights changed color for a city that had already fallen asleep. The radio played so quietly we could hear silence. Filling the car, then your name appeared. Not on the screen, inside my chest I answered. And somehow I already knew this call wasn't meant to keep us together. Some goodbyes begin long before the word goodbye is ever spoken. The streets were asleep. We weren't, the sky hadn't changed. We had while the clock kept moving. Two lives were quietly learning how to travel towards different futures. We spoke as though time hadn't already made its decision. We remember places that no longer existed. We laughed only to delay the silence. Neither of us asked who would hang up first, because we both knew the call would end long after the conversation did. Some cities only reveal their truth after everyone has switched off their lights. And some people only find the courage to speak honestly when nobody can see them. The streets were asleep. We were, I can't remember the last sentence or who hung up first. I only remember that the city looked exactly the same, yet somehow there was no longer a single road that could lead us back to each other. Some people only learn how to message you once they realize your diary has no empty spaces left. There was a time when my phone forgot how to ring. Friday nights always ended the same way: a sofa, a glowing screen, and the sound of plans I was never part of. No one needed to tell me my name was never on the list. Now the invitations keep arriving. They never existed before. My surname didn't change, their interest did. They didn't grow with me, only my numbers did.
people remember stories we never shared. I always knew you'd make it, convenient memory, because I still remember who became invisible while life was still uphill. Turning point success has a strange habit. It doesn't change people, it simply switches on enough light to show you who they already were. Ending today, I could feel every seat, but I've learned that company is only valuable when it arrives before the applause. Some people never miss me, they only missed the room they thought they'd never be invited into.
You don't need photographs. Every corner archived a different version of us. Some places earn your name before you do. The barbershop still opens at the same hour, though the owner now wears gray hair. The corner shop changed its sign, yet it was still trust the child I used to be. Now I return with expensive watches, a different number plate and different conversations. Even so, the lady on the balcony greets me like the boy who came home with scraped knees. No success ever erased that picture. Some roots never appear on maps, only those who lived them know where they begin. The streets have a better memory than people. They remember who shared their bread, who ran barefoot, who stared at towers dreaming bigger dreams. You can change cities, you can change your surname, you can learn another language, but the neighborhood will always call you by your very first name. The bench where we watch sunset still defeats time. The court lost its paint, the walls lost their color. We lost people, now children play where we once promised to conquer the world. They don't yet know that growing up also means learning how to say goodbye. I don't miss having nothing, I miss how everyone shared so little, as though we were endless. We owned less, yet somehow held each other more. The streets have a better memory than people. They don't remember how much money you made, they remember how you treated those who had nothing to offer you. That's why I return with nothing to prove, because I realized too late the neighborhood never expected perfection. It only hoped you'd never forget who you were before the world learned your name. Nobody arrives saying, I'm here to break you. They ask how you've been, as though they truly cared. They never raised their voice, never argue with me, always the first to celebrate my victories. Strange, every piece of good news was already traveling before I even shared it. I never questioned it. Trust can unlock the wrong doors. Some smiles only exist while you don't need them. Enemies never announce themselves. They never make a scene. They sit at your table, learn your habits, memorize your dreams, then wait for the perfect second to disappear. The loudest applause came from the one waiting for me to fall. No arguments were needed, just one sentence whispered into the right ear. After that, rumors finished the work. They never stained their own hands. Someone else always did it instead. That's why nobody noticed. Elegance can destroy people too. Now I greet people without handing them the keys to my peace. Not everyone who knows your story deserves to write the next chapter. Enemies never announce themselves. They arrive with hugs, congratulations, photographs, promises. Then one day you realize even silence can carry your name. Modern betrayal doesn't break the door. It already owns a copy of the key. I lost disguises, and somehow that became my greatest victory. I always believed the night brought people together, until the lights came on. The drink still rested on the bar. The ice had already melted. The DJ packed away the final cables. The staff swept up confetti no one will remember. 5 minutes earlier, everyone was promising lifelong friendship. Now each person searched for a different exit. Some conversations only survive while the music is loud. When the neon faded, so did countless promises. The laughter walked away, the toast lost their voice. That's when I realized some friendships only exist while the neon is still glowing. The photographs looked flawless, reality didn't. The words, "you can always count on me," lasted less time than a phone battery. Nobody argued, nobody explained. They simply stopped showing up, and that silence answered more questions than any conversation ever could. Since that early morning, I stopped counting how many stood around me. Instead, I watched who kept walking beside me after the music had gone. When the neon faded, the venue stood empty. But for the first time, my mind became quiet. I realized being alone isn't always a loss. Sometimes
belongs beside you. Every night ends, the lights return, and with them the most honest version of every person.
Some people carry a reputation they never chose, and some truths arrive only after the judgment.
They'd always say he's late again, as though they already knew how the story ended. No one asked. It was easier to invent an answer than wait for the real one. Meanwhile, he kept walking at the same calm pace, as if clocks could never define who he was. Labels travel faster than facts. Nobody ever knew why he was always late. They only learned how to point fingers. They built a character without reading the story. Sometimes the truth misses the bus as well. One morning he pushed a stranger's broken car clear of the road. Another day he walked beside an elderly man who had lost his way home. One cold evening he took off his jacket to warm someone shivering on a pavement. None of them posted a photograph, none of them said his name. The kindest deeds rarely make any noise. As time passed, the same voices that criticized him fell silent. Not because they finally knew everything, but because one day they needed someone who might arrive late, yet still arrive. Nobody ever knew why he was always late. They only learned how to point fingers until they realized some people delayed their own journey to improve someone else's. From that day on, the neighborhood stopped watching the clock. It started watching the heart. Not everyone who arrives late has wasted time. Some were giving it away.
I walked in, believing the room was full of friends. I walked out, realizing it was only full of people. Seen the doors open and hands were already raised, smiles already rehearsed, hugs already prepared. Good to see you, my brother. The words flowed as though they'd waited years. Strange, 5 minutes earlier they hadn't even noticed each other. Seen to it. Every conversation lasted exactly one song. Then their eyes drifted away, searching for someone more useful. Names didn't matter, looking connected did. There was more trust inside the bottles than between the people. The glass held more truth than every smile in the room. toasted together, yet nobody knew what pain stood beside them. Scene 3. The photographer shouted everyone together. For 3 seconds they looked inseparable. The moment the camera dropped, they became strangers again. The picture promised memories, reality couldn't even promise a message. That was the night I realized some people collect contacts because they never learned how to build connections. Scene 5. When the lights came on, nobody searched for the person they had embraced. They searched for their phone, their jacket, their keys in another place to perform the same character all over again. There was more trust inside the bottles than between the people. The bottles stayed on the table until the very end. Most of those hugs didn't even survive the walk to the car park. That's when I finally understood. Being surrounded isn't the same as belonging. That night taught me something. Loneliness doesn't always arrive when you're alone. Sometimes it turns the music up, fills the dance floor, covers everything with lights, and makes sure nobody notices. Whenever he walked in, the room changed. Conversations became lighter, laughter arrived effortlessly. Everyone assumed someone like that couldn't possibly be carrying much weight. Seeing eye, he always knew the perfect moment to tell a story, the perfect remark, the impossible impression, the reply that even made the quietest people laugh. He was the first to break the ice and the last to speak about himself. Some people learn to brighten everyone else's table, because nobody noticed they've been searching for a light of their own. His greatest performance began when the music played. Everyone applauded the character. Nobody asked how the person was coping. Once the stage stood empty, he never demanded attention, he gave it away. He listened to everyone else's troubles as though he had endless time. Meanwhile, he folded away his own into a pocket no one thought to open. It wasn't a secret, it became a habit. People assumed that the one who made them laugh didn't need to be heard. One evening the music stopped early. No jokes, no impressions, only a silence so unfamiliar that everyone finally looked around. That's when they realized they had never truly met the man behind the smile. His greatest performance began when the music played, but the bravest act wasn't making people laugh. It was showing up again and again, even when nobody understood how much strength it took to raise the curtain. Since that night, whenever someone fills a room with laughter, I no longer assume everything is fine.
'Cause some smiles don't hide a lie. They hide a battle still being fought.
He made it, the bank account no longer frightened him. The bills stopped chasing him. The fridge was always full, yet there was still a silence that arrived right from time for years. He chased numbers, every goal was replaced by a bigger one. First, he wanted stability, then comfort, then status. By the time he reached them all, he realized the finish line kept moving, it was never enough. Some victories make so much noise on the outside that nobody hears the echo they leave within. Money never learned your name. The bank knew your balance, but never your peace. Figures could unlock doors. None of them knew how to stay and keep you company. When the city fell asleep, he bought a watch that kept perfect time. The one thing he couldn't buy was one more afternoon with the people who were already gone. The car was faster, the house was bigger, yet no room could answer. The question, was it worth it? That's when he realized he had confused prospering with living. He had filled drawers, not memories. He had multiplied income, not embraces. And that equation never balanced. Money never learned your name. It only changed whose pocket it belonged to. The bank knew your balance, but never the peace you were still searching for. So he stopped counting money and started counting how many chances he still had to arrive, while the people he loved were still waiting. Epilogue. Money gave him security, peace had to be built from things that never appeared on a bank statement. He was always the one left behind when no one asked for another song. When the floor held empty cups, when the venue began to look too much like the truth. They say he can really last, he never gets tired, he lives for the night. And he would smile as though those words suited him. But it wasn't partying, it wasn't energy, it wasn't habit. It was a quiet way of delaying the return. Some people don't chase noise for pleasure. Sometimes they simply need silence, not to find them first. The sunrise felt less frightening than his room, so he waited for the world to wake before going back to a place where no one was waiting. When no one was waiting. He helped stack chairs, move tables back, kept the tired dormant company, invented any reason to stay 5 more minutes. Because at home there was no argument, no shouting, no chaos, only a stillness far too large for one person. One early morning someone asked him, "Why do you always stay until the end?" He watched the lights go out one by one and answered quietly, "Because here at least I know when the night ends." The sunrise felt less frightening than his room. The empty streets seemed kinder than that bed without rest. And he realized he wasn't escaping a place, he was escaping what he felt when everything stopped playing. Ending after that, nobody called him a party animal again. They learned some people aren't the last to leave because they love the night. Sometimes they're just waiting for the courage to return. Prologue. Every Sunday, before the city woke, he already had a bucket of water, a microfiber cloth, and the patience he could never offer himself. Act I, he started with the wheels, then the windows, then the dashboard. Not a fingerprint, not a speck of dust. The neighbors would say he really looks after that car. None of them realized he wasn't cleaning a vehicle, he was searching for one place where life could still be put back in order. Some people fold clothes, line up books, organize drawers, because memories never stay where you leave them. He washed the car every Sunday. The memories never washed away. The paint kept its shine, his eyes a little less each week. Act 2, he vacuumed the seats as though the noise might carry away the conversation still echoing inside his mind. He filled the cabin with the scent of cedar, but some absences don't recognize fragrance. He closed every door gently, not because the car was fragile, because he was. One morning a child watched him for hours and asked, "Why do you clean it so much if you hardly drive it?" He smiled, still looking at the bonnet, and quietly replied, "Because it's one of the few things I still know how to look after." He washed the car every Sunday, not to make it shine, but to remind himself he could still restore something with his own hands. Then he realized he didn't need a perfect car. He needed to show himself the same patience he gave to every inch of that bodywork. Epilogue. That Sunday, he put away the bucket, closed the garage, and for the first time took with him the kindness he had always left on the paintwork. Prologue. He didn't call out of habit, he called because at night Everything he'd achieved felt too heavy. Act died, the screen. Still remembered the same contact. He never found the courage to delete it. He wasn't hoping for a long conversation. He only wanted to hear that voice say his name once again. The phone rang once, twice, 5 times. Then silence did what it always did. Some absences never change their number. Only the way you learn to live with them. Success never learned how to return a call. It could buy almost anything except 5 more minutes with someone who was already gone. The applause filled arenas, not that call. Act 2, he remembered having nothing, yet somehow he always had someone to call when life fell apart. Now he owned everything he once dreamed of, but no victory could ever answer from the other side. Some losses never negotiate. He put the phone away, not because he stopped hoping, but because some conversations continue inside you, even when nobody ever answers. Success never learned how to return calls. The number never changed, time did. And that's when he realized the rarest wealth isn't what you earn, it's what still exists when you wish you could go back. Epilogue before going to sleep, he opened his call history one final time, not to try again, but to quietly thank life for once having a number worth more than everything he earned afterwards. Nobody understood why it always played at the same time. There were hundreds of tracks, thousands of mixes, yet that one never disappeared. The regulars could recognize it from the very first note. Some raised a glass, others carried on talking. A few complained the same song again. The DJ never answered. He simply lowered his head and let the record do what it had always done. Some habits look like mistakes until you learn the story, keeping them alive. Some records don't spin for the music they spin for someone's memory. Some melodies don't fill the dance floor, they fill the space someone left behind. Every Saturday when that moment arrived, a woman sat at the very same table. She never ordered anything different, never checked the time. She only waited when the song began. She closed her eyes for exactly the same length every week. Then she smiled like someone who had just spoken to a person the rest of the room could no longer see, and she quietly left. One night the DJ didn't play the record. He thought it was finally time to stop. The woman waited 5 minutes, 10, and she left an envelope beside the booth. Inside there was only one sentence: thank you for letting me see him again once every week. After that, nobody ever asked why he kept playing the same song, because they finally understood
melodies still remember the way to them. Some records don't spin for the music they spin, because love sometimes survives inside a song. Just to hear it. From then on, it never left the playlist.
Then 9, 8, the whole square looked up, he looked down. The lights painted the buildings with color. Voices were already celebrating a tomorrow that hadn't arrived yet. Someone handed him a drink, he smiled politely, never sincerely, while everyone else made a wish. He tried to persuade his own heart to hold on for one more minute. While the city counted forwards, he counted everything he had lost. 5, 4, 3, couples held each other as though time could be stopped. Strangers toasted like lifelong friends. Phone search for the perfect angle. Nobody noticed, the only person searching for a way out. The bells began to ring, the square erupted, the sky filled with light. For a moment joy seemed to win. Yes, some fireworks can light up the sky without ever reaching the rooms that need the most. While the city counted forwards, he quietly spoke to everyone who could no longer hear the celebration. Then something small happened. A little girl, barely reaching his waist, held out a sparkler she couldn't light. He knelt down, lit it for her. For a few seconds he watched her smile, as though the world really could begin again. The crowd carried on celebrating. The music grew louder, but that tiny spark made more noise than every loudspeaker. He realized you don't always need a new life. Sometimes you only need one reason to stay for another day. When the clock finally fell silent, nobody remembered how many fireworks had filled the sky. He only remembered the small lights someone had placed into his hands that night. The countdown didn't end at midnight, it ended the moment he found a reason to look forward again. The box spent years living first inside his imagination. As a child, he would stop outside the shop window, staring at a world he wasn't yet allowed to enter. He knew every detail, the color, the soul, the laces. He he even imagined how his footsteps would sound once they were his. So he whispered one day and kept walking in trainers that already knew. Too many streets he has passed, jobs changed, priorities shifted. Bills arrived, the shop window never moved. Only he stopped looking up one afternoon, almost without thinking. He walked inside, asked for his size. The assistant smiled, "We've got the last pair." He left the shop holding the box under his arm, exactly as he'd imagined. He untied the laces with the same care. He once opened birthday presents, he put them on, looked into the mirror. Everything was perfect, except for one thing. Shoes were brand new, the dreams weren't. That's when he realized he had never really wanted the trainers he wanted to become again. The child who still believed a pair of shoes could carry him anywhere. From that day, he stopped chasing things. He started protecting the hope with which he had once dreamed of them. Because some purchases arrive exactly when they can, but some dreams only exist while we're still watching them from the other side.